for a shelter for my soul, an understanding of the greater plan. In these walls I've seen the light of love pure and divine, helps me remember who I really am. In every face it's clear, we're all God's children here, and it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home, a family that I can call my own. It feels like home. It's a place to share your burden. It's safe to shed a tear. Say a prayer and raise your voice in song. Where every heart is honored and every path is true. No one's here to judge you right or wrong. And there's no shame, no sin in this place where love begins. And it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home, a family that I can call my own. It feels like home.
I welcome you with a moment of centering time as we begin this morning. In this lovely space, in this perfect place for remembering, we rest quietly and we do just that. We remember who we are. We remember where we are. We relax, breathing deeply, stilling our minds, opening our hearts. Together we affirm there is but one power, one presence. The who of my being is simple. I am part of one presence, for there is nothing else to be. The where of my being is right here, in presence, for there is no where else I can ever be. All false and imagined separations fade as I feel into this truth. God is all, I am that. In this awareness, I am, we are peace. We are love. The enlivening energy of the one power works through this unity now. This morning I affirm, wherever I may go, I am that. Whatever I am doing, I am that. As I walk with awareness and intention now into my days, through joys, through challenges, I draw forth what I need, be it love, patience, understanding, wisdom, imagination, creativity, strength. As we walk this walk together, each of us becomes more. We are so grateful to walk this journey together. And so it is.
It feels like home. It feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home. It feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like my own. It feels like home.
Oh God, let something essential happen to me. Something more than interesting or entertaining or thoughtful. Oh God, let something essential happen to me. Something awesome, something real. Speak to my condition, God, and change me somewhere inside where it matters. A change that will burn and tremble and heal and explode me into tears or laughter or love that throbs or screams or keeps a terrible, cleansing silence and dares the dangerous deeds. Let something happen in which is my real self, God. Oh God, let something essential and passionate happen in me now. Stir me of my illusions of self-sufficiency and my proud sophistications, of my inflated assumptions of knowledge, and leave me shivering as Adam or Eve before the miracle of the natural, before the miracle of this earth that nurtures me as a mother, delights me as a lover, the miracle of my body that breathes and moves and hungers and digests, sees and hears, that works the most amazing messages of what and when and how, coated and curled in every cell, and that dares to speak the confronting word. Oh God, let something essential and joyful happen in me now. Something like the blooming of hope and faith, like a grateful heart, like a surge of awareness of how precious each moment is. That now, not next time, now is the occasion to take off my shoes, to see every bush afire, to leap and whirl with neighbor, to gulp the air of sweet wine until I've drunk enough to dare to speak the tender words. Thank you. I love you. You're beautiful. Let's live forever. Beginning now.
I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender. I am a child of the living God, made in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender. I surrender.
Good morning, everybody. So today is a really big day. We've got lots of exciting things going on. It is our aging up ceremony for our youth today. And so this is a bridge that the kids that are aging up to the next age level will get to cross over the bridge in a few moments. It's also a big day because it will be, today's my last day as the director of the program and Stacy's first day as director of the program. So So we're really excited, and we'll cross over the bridge after the kids do.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, there's a lot of kids going to age up right now, so if you'll save your applause till the end, and we will applaud for them all with a blessing. So I'm going to start with Unikids, moving into Uniteens. So our Unikids are the 3rd through 5th graders, and they are now moving into the teenage years. So as they move into their teenage years, they are also taking on more accountability and responsibility here in Unity and Lynnwood. One of the things that they get to do is participate in community service outside the church. They also are going to get to attend a lot more regional events, and we are really, really proud of them. So I'm going to call forward Alana to walk across the bridge. Uniteens, would you stand and welcome Alana to the class? Right. Colin? And Lorelei. Yay. Okay, welcome to Uniteens. Okay. And now we have our current Uniteens getting ready to move into YOU. That stands for Youth of Unity, and that is our high school group. So as our teens move into their high school years, preparing to become young adults, they have more opportunities to step into leadership locally and regionally, as well as developing their own spirituality by creating lesson plans and gaining a deeper understanding of Unity's principles. And I'm really proud of these guys. I'm super excited to welcome you to YOU. So I will call forward Brandon. Our current YOUers, can you stand and welcome them, please? And Sam. And Adina. Eric. Jackson. Ruthie. And Sammy. Welcome to YOU. So let's actually do the youth blessing for all of the kids. Can all of the kids please stand? Everyone gets the blessing.
And then you guys, the blessing is up on the screen. You hold up your hand to bless the kids with us.
Okay. We love you. We bless you. And
We truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ light that you are. And you know, it was about 3 years ago when we had 2 to 4 regular children. And if there were a central soul to whom I would attribute what you are sitting witness to this morning, she would be very near, both in form and in heart. Michelle Focus, you have changed us for the better. Michelle will be moving into her greater world. She's going to graduate school. She has assumed a full-time position working with youth. Would you step across the bridge, please, and wait on the other side? And how blessed we are to have one who is fully equipped with the skill and with the consciousness
to seamlessly and graciously move this program forward. Stacy Bailey, will you step across the bridge as well, please? And together, we offer the same blessing. Let's take this together, please. Stacy and Michelle, we love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you. And we behold the Christ light that you are.
I have a few more words to say. Perhaps we could also remove the bridge. I don't know if they want. Do you want the bridge to stay or not? No. So I just have a few quick words to share with you all. Thank you. This has been the most amazing experience for me, being part of this community and being part of this program. Working with Dr. Richard has been unlike anything I have ever experienced in my life. It's in a wonderful, in a really wonderful way. I have never, in all honesty, I have never been so supported and loved and appreciated in any role I've ever been in my entire life. So thank you. And one little story I'm just going to share with you guys. I shared this a couple years ago, but if I could distill the essence of my philosophy down to 4 words, it would be kinder than necessary. And when I was in my 20s, I had lots of bumper stickers on my car, I had lots of opinions, and I told the whole world what they all were. And then in my 30s, I knew nothing anymore, and I had no bumper stickers on my car. And then in my 40s, I have had 1 bumper sticker on my car, and it has said, be kinder than necessary. So I have a little gift for you all that I'll have the kids pass out afterwards as a little reminder for you to take home. And remember that we are all gardeners. We all have a watering can in both hands. One has water in it, so you can water everybody with every interaction you have. The other one has pesticide in it. So it's up to you. You always carry both of those watering cans, and it's up to you in every interaction to choose. And we all have the choice to be kinder than necessary. So thank you.
Thank you for being our family. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for blessing and teaching us. God bless you. Amen. All that I am, all I've been given, to you, my God, I surrender.
Just have to say it again. We have been richly blessed by this program up to this point and into its coming future. Thank you both, Stacy and Michelle, so deeply from my heart. Good morning, everyone, and welcome home. Welcome home. Many of us feel that way when we come here. For some, it's almost immediate, and I've heard it a lot from folks recently. It felt like home. Sometimes it comes in its right time. Welcome home. What we strive for at Unity in Lynnwood is a feeling of mutual honoring and respect and warm welcome. All who come are welcomed in all that's happening here, and as you know, there is a lot happening here. Each of us is encouraged to embody welcome because together we create this welcoming community, and thank you, each one, for your efforts to do that. We welcome all people. We say it every week. You say, oh, there they go again, welcoming to all people. But when we say all people, we really mean all people. We find our differences enriching. We believe they add spice and zest to the soup. People from all lifestyles, all religious backgrounds, and those who have no religious background are welcomed sincerely. We have a vital interfaith ministry you've heard about. It's led by Rabbi Ted Falcon, and it's supported by a rich group of other learned, radiant souls. We are truly blessed. As Dr. Richard has said in many times, in many ways, we won't tell you what you have to believe here. You will hear worthwhile ideas for your consideration from many wisdom traditions in the hope that this will spark some thoughts and some questions and some juicy conversations. Perhaps you'll fall into one of those in the Friendship Hall after service one of these Sundays. Maybe it will happen today. Each Sunday, we do invite you to Friendship Hall following the services. And today, our refreshments are provided by our Youth and Family Ministry. After all, this is Youth and Family Ministry Sunday, and we are celebrating our youth as we just did. All donations today will benefit that ministry. So I do hope you can join us, and I think that the youth would love our joyful energy in support of their program today. And I believe I saw a cake in celebration of Michelle and Stacy's transition. So come on down. And by the way, we're having a lot of fun here today. We have a lot of fun every week. We do. We have fun here as well as enlightened thinking. But today we're having a special lot of fun. We're in celebration mode. We're celebrating our youth. We're celebrating our elders. We're celebrating transitions. We're celebrating comings and goings, new members, which always brings some lovely and just lovely new vital energy into this community. And my belief is, even though we do face joys and challenges out there in the day-to-day world, there's nothing like a little fun and a lot of love given warmly and joyfully to renew our energies and our spirits. So I'm just so glad that you are here today. In Unity, we rely on affirmative prayer as a foundational spiritual tool. Affirmative prayers are statements of highest truth, which simply call out the very best in each one of us. Affirmative prayers are statements of highest truth, and we think of prayer broadly, not simply the spoken word. I always appreciate this quote from Charles Fillmore, who was one of Unity's co-founders. One truth statement and understood and demonstrated in life is worth more than many lessons and statements about truth. I stumbled upon a thought from, actually, it's a 5th century desert father, Abba Isidore, who said something very similar to what Charles said. To live without speaking is better than to speak without thoughtful living. Doing what you do with awareness and loving intention is prayer. A wonderful reminder, I thought, for all of us just to walk our talk, walk the talk. We're very fortunate and grateful. At Unity in Lynnwood, we have a whole team of prayer chaplains who support us through their ministry in prayer. And there are many ways we can access this service. Anytime we might feel as if we're slipping just a little bit in our ability to be grounded in presence and loving intention, they are available to us. On a Sunday, it might be most convenient to just stay after service and come up and meet with one of them at one side or the other up here in person. They are honored to meet with us. On a Sunday, you might want to grab a prayer slip that's in the back of a chair, either in front of you or right behind you, and write your request of prayer right there. Slip it into the offering basket, and it will be prayed over. And then, of course, when we're not around here, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, our prayer team is always available to us. We can call the confidential prayer line. We can go online and submit our prayer requests there. All these prayers are handled with confidence and confidentiality. I would like to thank the prayer chaplains for doing that for us. Those of you who are here to serve us today in this service, would you please stand so we can just say thanks. Affirmations are another tool. They're simply the very highest statement of truth, ultimate truth. Each week we join in saying one to just sort of help lock it in for us as we move through our week. So you'll see today's affirmation behind me on the screen. I'll read it, and then I'll invite you to stand with me if that works for you, and we'll be able to say it together. I embrace my graduation from small ideas and petty concerns to the grand and glorious thoughts of an infinite universe. Let's stand. Ready? I embrace my graduation from small ideas and petty concerns to the grand and glorious thoughts of an infinite universe. Let's greet each other while we're on our feet this morning.
Flat out, wide open, all in and out loud. One bow, unbroken, one life, right now. Flat out, wide open, all in and out loud. One bow, unbroken, one life, right now. Flat out, wide open, all in and out loud. One bow, unbroken, one life, right now. Flat out, wide open, all in and out loud. One bow, unbroken, one life, right now.
Woo. Oh, good morning, Unity and Lynnwood. Good morning. Unity and Lynnwood. It is a good morning. It is a good morning. You do realize you've joined the choir, right? I mean, but just so you're ready. Happy Rosh Hashanah Eve. Rabbi Ted will be here this evening at 7 o'clock. All are invited to join him. You realize he's the author of Judaism for Dummies. That's actually true. The more I grow to know this cherished brother, the more I revel in the blessing of his presence and teaching. He will offer an invitation to the high holy days before we adjourn today. Vespers next week, 9 o'clock p.m. It is a sunset prayer service. I realize my hours are a little wonky there. I've decided to call it a sunset service. Sundown. I don't know. 9 o'clock p.m. Join me. It's a prayer service. It's an evening prayer service. I would love to do that with you. Membership renewal. This is week number 1. If you are an active, eligible member of Unity in Lynnwood, we ask you to simply go to the Welcome and Information Station and check the box that says, I would like to remain an active, eligible member of Unity in Lynnwood. You will have 7 weeks to do this. You do not need to rush back there at this very moment. If you're uncertain about your status, you're welcome to check with any of our ambassadors. Your ambassadors for 11 o'clock are 2. The newcomers ambassador is Welaine Sharples, and your service ambassador is Nan Allen. That they might have faces to go with those names, would you wave to this kind assembly, please? Ambassadors. And along that same line, if you are an active, eligible member who would like to be considered for a 3-year term of service on Unity and Lynnwood's Board of Trustees, please grab a job description and an application from the Welcome and Information Station. Peruse it, sit with it, be with it. Your nominating committee is diligently assembling those candidates. And finally, she's one of my teachers. I hold her as a sacred partner at Unity in Lynnwood. She's here to issue an invitation to Unity's 25th Annual World Day of Prayer. Her name is Barbara Thorpe. She's your Director of Prayer Ministries. Would you welcome her, please?
The chaplains would like all of you to come and celebrate World Day of Prayer with us. It is been happening for 25 years in all Unity communities. And this year, the theme is the courage to heal. And we will have an altar set up to many of the religions, and we will share quotes from these religions to honor their healing path and their words of healing. And first, we will have a wonderful dinner. Come and have taco salad. We'll have vegan and vegetarian options and even gluten-free. And after dinner, the service starts at 7 in here, and it will, after we've honored the different spiritual paths, we will have a sacred circle. And in that circle, you'll have the opportunity to release some of your old stories and the things that you've been carrying. And then you'll turn into that sacred circle and have a time to just be loved. And love is a transforming, healing power, and it knows exactly what you need for your wholeness. And when we become whole, we contribute to the wholeness of the planet. And this is a great gift we can give to the world. So I hope to see you this Thursday night at 6 o'clock for dinner.
What? I don't get to do that. They think I'm kidding. So yes, happy Rosh Hashanah Eve and happy Grandparents' Day. Did you know that? Happy Grandparents' Day. How many grandparents do we? Wow. Wow. Happy Grandparents' Day. Happy Aging Up Sunday for the youth. Happy New Members Sunday. This is the second service. We will be joined by a number of people who have chosen to formalize their relationship with this assembly. So all of this results in 2 services, each of which is distinct in its own way. I have to tell you, my tendency to want to control things has been thrashed beyond recognition this morning. I've virtually just given it up. I've decided to just show up and be with you. And so with these ideas, my week began by saying, is there a thread? Is there a thread between Rosh Hashanah Eve and Grandparents' Day and aging up for the youth and new members? And I turned to the work of Joseph Campbell, whose work rose out of the 1970s. He's a great mythologist, and he offered a story, a universal story, an archetypal story that he calls the hero's journey. Has anyone heard of the hero's? I didn't really ask you to raise your hands. If you've heard of the hero's journey, please raise your hands. Got a little bit of control in there. When I say it's a universal story, an archetypal story, he also referred to this as a story with 1,000 faces. It's a universal story that is expressed by individuals in unique ways. It's certainly the story of the Hindu prince who would give rise to the Buddhist tradition. It is most certainly the story of the rabbi who would become the central avatar for the Christian tradition. Certainly the story of Frodo, who lived in the Shire. I mean, this is a soft spot for me. Frodo, who lived in the Shire. Perhaps you've seen it. It's called The Lord of the Rings. It's the Tolkien trilogy. Those Frodo's. Wow, you clap for a one-note melody. You mean I didn't need to work so hard over the past 5 years? I could have done right hand only? It's a story of Dorothy. It's a story of Dorothy and regardless of how that story is expressed, there are common themes to it. I will offer 3 to you this morning, the first of which is that the story always begins in Kansas. It always begins in Kansas. Now, lest you believe I would say something disparaging about Kansas, I love Kansas. Kansas is a glorious, glorious place to live and be. We have online viewers from Kansas. You can turn left anywhere in Kansas. Wouldn't that be nice? You can pull up to the front door of any restaurant, walk into air conditioning, then you can go out to the jazz clubs at 18th and Vine and hear world-class music. Kansas is a great, great place. Fellow Kansan. The story always begins in Kansas. So I'm not speaking of a geography, but I am speaking about the land of Dorothy Gale, who would get up every morning on her farm and do the same things. It is the land of reliability. It's the land of predictability. It's the land in which your spouse never surprises you. Your boss never surprises you. Life basically unfolds exactly as you have dictated that it should. Kansas is the land of the status quo. It is the land of sameness. The issue with Kansas, beyond geography, the issue with the land of the status quo is that you are soul stuff. You are a singular expression of the one life that stands behind all visible life in the world of form. Which means if you are eternal soul stuff, unfolding, expressing, developing, then there is no room in your spiritual DNA for stagnation. Which means after your symbolic time in Kansas, one of two things will happen. A dream will call you forth. A longing will pull you from your comfortable bungalow in Topeka. A vision will compel you into your world in new ways. And if that doesn't, if you do not allow that to occur, then somebody's going to pick up your house and do it for you. You will find yourself upon the wicked witch of the West. My friends, the first stage of Campbell's hero's journey is Kansas. It's the status quo. It's a life of presumed safety, apparent stability. But when one is drawn forth, whether by choice or circumstance, one finds oneself thoroughly on the path of the adventure. Thoroughly on the path of the adventure. Now, the nature of Campbell's adventure is this. On that adventure, it is the land of the unknown. It's the land of the unknowable. It is the land of the unpredictable. It's the land at which the egoic self knows its place, understands its lack of egoic control. But the beauties of the adventure are these. Support beyond your wildest dreams becomes available to you as you embark upon the adventure. Support that the egoic self could not have conjured or engineered in the same fashion. So magical. The adventure is magical. The yellow brick road is a place of great beauty, you see. Now, you will also encounter some resistance as you move into the grand adventure. You'll remember, of course, that it was on the grand adventure that Dorothy encountered the wicked witch. It was during the grand adventure that Frodo found himself approaching Mordor. I would say that for Jesus of Nazareth, he embarked upon the adventure beginning with the baptism at the river. You know, the event that has marked the beginning of his public ministry. That was his embark upon the adventure. And on the adventure, when we embark upon that path of the unknowable, we will encounter some resistance. Take a deep breath with me, it's okay. It's what Emily Cady called chemicalization. She basically said it this way: when you seek to embrace a new consciousness, I might go so far as to say that when we collectively seek to embrace a new consciousness as a people, that which represents the old consciousness, that which represents the old way of thinking, the old belief system, seems to rise up as if to say, are you sure? Are you sure? She called it chemicalization. Now I began to think, just how might I demonstrate this idea in a way that's church appropriate? Sort of. And so I turned to the holy liturgy of Lady Gaga. What's it like when we go from Kansas and embark upon the grand adventure. Reverend Gaga, I believe, has detailed this in a way that eclipses my own capacities.
A crone. That's a title I'll own. I'm the wisest woman in the tribe.
Clueless, rookie, they said to me, for real. A student of life, I turned out to be.
When I was in school, the teachers would say she's practically perfect in every way. But as I went along the path, I discovered it's okay to make mistakes sometimes.
They said I was too short, but when it comes to love and compassion, I am unmeasurable, baby.
Freckle face, who needs that all the time? Look for those that are joyful, helpful, and wise.
They called me a word nerd, but I'm proud of my voluminous vocabulary.
That girl no more. Now I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm, eager to do what is to be done by me today. Charles Fillmore.
Marginalized, they say I am, but I know I am a strong, competent, and courageous woman.
Too sensitive, they said I was, but actually, I am full of love.
This tattletale didn't keep the family secrets. I told the truth, and it set me free.
They said I had a disease. I said I'm healed, and my true self is revealed.
They said, you've always been fat, no matter the weight I was at. I say, there's much more to love, and I'll give a lot of it back.
I'm tone deaf, but I can sing.
So they said, be quiet, settle down, you're too loud. But when I express my joy, my love abounds.
A starving artist sing with their reality. This artist stands, but with one authority. This artist will be fed with spirituality.
I felt different, but the truth is, I'm joyfully unique.
ADD, I call it attention to divine details.
With Jersey Girl, they put me down, but now I say, you go, girl.
I'm on the right
shy, but I say I'm an introvert who loves to express herself.
Obtuse is hard to understand, but those angled words I bend together can be acutely grand.
They said as a daydreamer, I'd never make anything of my life. But now I know I co-create my world.
They call me a wise guy. What a wonderful celebration of my mind.
Adopted. The stork delivered me to the wrong family at first, but God and I found the right one, and they chose me.
I always felt like an outsider, a misfit, a less than. But now I know I'm unique and unrepeatable.
You got it. Woo! Woo! So we have gone from Kansas. We have embarked upon the great adventure where we have encountered the opinions of race consciousness, and which we have found the redemption. And that is the promise of the hero's journey. It is the third major stage. It basically says something like this: from Kansas to the adventure, you always find your way home. Now, that doesn't mean that you're the same person, and it doesn't mean that your home is the same home, but it does mean the promise of new life. So take a deep breath with me. If you're on the adventure, if you're in the vulnerability, it brings you a great promise. New life. New life. New life. So I think this particular trio of ideas leaves us with a question this morning. Ultimately, I think the question which we are asked to entertain at a soul level goes something like this: what would be unfolded through me today? What would be unfolded through me today? And will I be drug into it along with the cows and the telephone poles hurtling through the air by a cosmic tornado, or will I cooperate? Let's take a deep breath together. Let's be with this question just for a minute. It's a great question. What would be unfolded through me today? Is there a grand adventure that calls my name? A heart's longing, a grand vision. It will be bigger than you are. Adventure is always bigger. Good news. What would be unfolded through me today? As inspiration appears in its myriad of ways, we behold it using the eyes of our imagination. And if you're so willing, let's speak to that inspiration, and let's just say, "Greetings, friend. Greetings, friend. For indeed it is here for you." It's not here against you. It's for you. In fact, I have to believe it's ultimately for all of us. Unfolded through me today. And am I willing, am I ready to leave Kansas? Let's just close this time of reflection, this time of soul questioning by saying, "And so it is. And so it is. And so it is." We have a group of people with us this morning who are leaving Kansas, stepping forth into something of a new adventure. Would the 11 o'clock joining new members please join me in the front, please? He said, if that didn't scare him off, nothing will. I'd like to welcome each of you into new life. For this moment of commitment will reveal new opportunities which existed only as invisible potential from your previous positions. This moment of commitment will reveal new people, new support, new perspectives, expansive new horizons teeming with infinite possibilities, indeed entirely new worlds which existed only as invisible potential from your previous positions. Welcome to new life. If you're so willing, you answer simply by saying, I will. Well done. Will you love? Will you serve? Will you act in kindness? Will you seek to see that Christ presence in others? Will you be a vehicle for divine activity? So I will give each of you a rose and a certificate. I will offer you a word of affirmation. Matthew will lead the congregation in a song of high and noble truth. You will recognize it immediately. The fine people of Unity in Lynnwood, you may answer in the same verbiage. If you are so willing, simply say, we will. The question is as follows. Will you, the fine people of Unity in Lynnwood, support these individuals in this moment of commitment and beyond? Yeah. Welcome to membership. You're welcome.
Fun Sunday. We've had a lot of fun, and I am going to pause, and I just personally want to thank Dr. Richard for the incredible way he I want to go on and on for just a moment. The incredible way that he infuses such deep, important ideas and meaning with so much fun. And he is an orchestra conductor without a baton, and he is a choreographer who refuses to dance. Oh, and a juggler. Oh, blessed are we all. No mistakes, he's on the right track, baby. He was born this way. Just love yourself and you said, we're on the right track, baby. You were born this way. Oh, for sure. Can't stop us now. I was going to suggest, I was sitting there thinking, I wanted to say, could we do it just one more time? Because it was so much fun. Oh, gosh. Okay. Now is the time in our service when we offer you the opportunity to give something back to this community that means so much to us all. As you're preparing your gifts, I will share a thought from Charles Fillmore, a Unity co-founder. We can expect prosperity when we keep the prosperity law. Therefore, be thankful for every blessing that comes, and as deeply grateful for every demonstration of good as you would be for an unexpected treasure that just drops in your lap. Please be mindful that it is through the gifts of every kind that we give that it keeps this community that we love vital and strong. We celebrate all the gifts that are given. We also want to acknowledge our gratitude to our online community who might be with us today for your donations made through Livestream or the website. There happens to be a little donations button at the top if you're watching live.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Let's offer an affirmation of blessing together today, and you'll see it on the screen behind me. God is my source. God is our source. And that source supports the evolving, unfolding, soul-stirring idea that is unity in Lynnwood in miraculous ways. In gratitude we say, and so it is. Thank you, ushers. We do really love to just acknowledge quickly, not putting people on the spot, but if there's someone new with us today that hasn't been here before, that was quite an introduction to Unity in Lynnwood. Doesn't always go quite like that, but come on back and see the real, the normal. There is no normal thing around here. Just come and see what's happening. Is anyone here for the first time and would be willing to just wave a hand in the air so we can give a quick round of applause? Thank you for joining us today. We like to orient new people or newish people. If you haven't been here for a long time, I hope you've seen that there's a newcomer's information card in the back of the chair in front of you. We also have a DVD at the rack as you leave the sanctuary that would show some of the activities that go on here. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, there's a stay in touch card in the back of the chair. And if you were to fill that out and give it to someone with a name tag or take it back to the welcome and information desk, then we could put you on our mailing list. It only results in a couple of emails a month. And then again, you'll be able to stay current with what's happening here. We welcome people to jump right in and get involved. I have a few announcements. Always please visit the Welcome and Information Station for details about anything and to register for upcoming events. Would you like to deepen your connection with your spiritual community? Join Reverend Nina next Sunday for a fun afternoon of interactive exercises designed to do just that. Lunch will be provided. Please join Barbara Thorpe, our prayer ministry director, on Thursday, September 20th for the Unity in Lynnwood's Employment Visioning Lunch. Bring a sack lunch and enjoy the support of others who seek vibrant, healthy, satisfying, and rewarding self-expression. The presentation of a short spiritual idea, meditation, and prayer will be included. Interfaith at Unity in Lynnwood presents Father Dan Duval in his Inclusive Eucharist on Saturday, September 22nd at 5:30, and Unity in Lynnwood's annual pet blessing is happening on Sunday, September 30th at 12:30. Winged, finned, or four-footed, or even photographed or stuffed family members are welcome to attend this. Use your imagination and your creativity. Family members are welcome to attend this ceremony. That happens in the parking lot. Please do not leave animals unattended in vehicles at the 11 o'clock service. Unity in Lynnwood's artist coordinator, Nelia Fajardo, is seeking submissions for the October art show. The deadline for submissions is September 25th. Please grab a postcard from the back for more information. And please don't miss this year's benefit auction, Mad Hatter Gala, right? Either? Oh, good. Either. I want to know, is it either or either? Okay. Please come to the Mad Hatter event here happening soon. There will be both silent and live auctions while enjoying fabulous company, delicious wines, appetizers, dinner, and desserts, as well as wonderful music and dancing. Proceeds will underwrite critical repairs to our building and some light renovations. Tickets will be $40, and registration is open through the auction table or by visiting unityinlynnwood.org, our website. And finally, please welcome with me our Interfaith at Unity in Lynnwood chair, Rabbi Ted Falcon, to the platform for a special invitation.
So, Dr. Richard was afraid that this morning's service was a little light. And so he asked me if I would kind of fill in and provide a brief introduction to the ways in which the Jewish High Holy Days have evolved through the centuries. He also felt that with the seriousness of this morning, he was hoping I would inject some sense of humor. I've never done that before. The truth is, what I really want to say is thank you. I don't know whether this is, I think this is the 7th year that I will be meeting with folks in this sanctuary for the holy days. You know, we are united in many ways, and one of the ways we're united is through the person of Jesus. Because in many ways, I'm a representative of the tradition of Jesus that has evolved over the centuries. So that some of the prayers we share are those he voiced. And that's a precious thing, and it's a precious honor. When we enter a new year and begin this 10-day period of introspection and of a conscious focusing of the gift of awareness, we say, have a wonderful year, Shana Tova, for a good year, we say. But the truth of the matter is that we know that every year will bring all kinds of adventures. We can't have a year that just has fun stuff. We can have a Unity Sunday that has. So we kind of pray to support each other in this sacred space and in this very special community, that we might have the wisdom to find the blessing wherever it may be hidden in the days that lie ahead, that we might have the love that's required to embrace each other and support each other as we leave the lands of expectation and venture into territory of a universal awareness, and that we might have the strength to flow that wisdom and that love in ways that support each other as we engage a remarkable journey from strength to strength, from love to love, and from life to life. So I thank you for providing this space and providing this community and allowing us to be nourished from the energies that you have already imbued this space with, and giving us the privilege to share our energies with you as well. I do want to extend the invitation for people who want to see what it's like to come tonight. All the secrets of humankind. And that's just the first 10 minutes. At any rate, Shana Tova, may we each inscribe ourselves for a year of deep meaning, of unfolding love, and of great joy.
And start time, Rabbi Ted, is? Yes? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we are blessed. Wow. All good things happening at Unity in Lynnwood can be found on your printed program or by visiting the Facebook page or our website at unityinlynnwood.org.
If you'll join me, we'll sing our peace song. That was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me, let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. Take each moment spent in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Woo, repeat after me. It goes like this. Hey, tell me your name one more time. I've now given you a practical tool, and I would encourage you to practice that 3 times before you leave the building today. Reverend Nancy, do we have any names of people on social media today that you'd like to share? Just give me a name or two. Hi, Trinidad. Trinidad is with us almost every week. Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Terry. Hi, Martin. Hi, Scott. So I tell you what. We stand with you. All of you, we stand for you. Take a deep breath. If there's a first name of any soul you would like to introduce into this palpable and powerful consciousness of love and support, just speak that name now. And so yet again this week, and always we say yes. We don't say yes to appearances, apparitions, or partial truths. We say yes to that level of reality that we call God. It knows itself as life. It knows itself as wisdom. There is no confusion in the universe. It knows itself as a profound love, as a sufficiency to any apparent need. Let's just breathe that in on behalf of all those names spoken, on behalf of all who have turned anything of a spiritual ear toward this very conversation then. Yes. And it's with great faith and boldness then that we lift our voices together and speak these closing words. There is one power and one presence in, through, and around all creation. So we go forth as the eyes of divine love, as the tongues of divine wisdom, as the hands of divine sufficiency, and the bold and ready hearts of divine life. Shana Tova. Have a great week.